Welcome to episode 12. What does an artifact look like at HPQ? In this short video, we introduce the artifact approach and consider what it looks like when a student is producing work that includes or is focused on something that they design and/or make, rather than a written report. If you have already listened to episode 11, this episode is almost exactly the same, but references different word count when talking about the structure of the report. So feel free to skip on to episode 13 if you want to. If not, let's dive in. The term artifact is actually very broad and includes anything that you the student can create. This could be with your hands like a piece of artwork or a product. It could also be something you use digital software to make, such as an animation or a soundtrack. If you pause this video, you can spend some time looking at the range of different types of artifacts that students have previously created for the artifact approach to the project qualification. The approach taken to designing and making something is very different to writing a report, and as such requires different evidence. Students typically create a portfolio of evidence, either physical or digital on a computer. Alternatively, they may like to use a sketchbook to capture their work. But whichever way they go about producing their evidence, they should always complement this with a short written report, typically between 400 and 1,250 words in total. If students are keen to take a very design-focused approach, they can use the design framework shown here. A design framework is a very design-focused approach to a project, where you carry out certain phases of activity, usually starting with analysis and research, before creating a specification, and then moving to ideation. Students will plan what they will make, then create their final piece before testing and evaluating it alongside the whole project. Because what is being created is physical or digital work, students will need photographic evidence of their final outcome and images of the work developing throughout the project. If groups of students want to work together to create an artifact, it is important that each individual in that group has a clear and identifiable role. This means that each person in the group can write their own report, create their own portfolio of evidence, and there will not be any instances where the same work appears in two or more students' evidence. The assessor will want to clearly see what each student designed and made,